Once upon a time there was a wealthy king whose greatest pleasure was in his storehouse of treasures. He had marble statues so realistic it looked as if any moment they would start to breathe, and tapestries that practically glowed with color. He had jewelry and gold, each thing priceless and each thing perfect. But his very favorite of all his wonderful treasures was an enormous diamond. It was not only almost the size of his fist, it, like his other treasures, was perfect, flawless, gorgeous, and sparkling. He loved to go to his storehouses and to just cradle his diamond and hold it up to the light so that it could sparkle. But one day, when he came to enjoy his gorgeous, perfect diamond, he realized somehow it had become not perfect. There was a big scratch all along one of the facets. How could this have happened? It must have been jostled against another diamond in his store. It was terrible. What was he going to do? His jewel was ruined. Well, he called all of the finest jewelers in the kingdom to take a look at his beautiful diamond. And one after another they looked at the scratch and they said, "No, I'm sorry. The scratch is too deep. It's simply not something that we can take out without leaving a flaw on the surface of the diamond." He kept asking, and finally, when he came to the last of the finest known jewelers in the kingdom, the jeweler looked at the light, turned it, looked, frowned, looked, and finally a smile spread across the jeweler's face, and he said, "Yes, I think I can fix this gem, but you'll have to let me do it on my terms. It will take me 2 weeks, and during that time, you may not watch, you may not visit, you may not check up on me. I'll bring it to you in 2 weeks." Well, it was the king's last hope, so he said, "Fine, go do it." And so for 2 weeks, the jeweler worked carefully, painstakingly, knowing that at any moment, anything too forceful could cause the precious diamond to crack. But finally, after 2 weeks, it was done, and the jeweler brought it to the king, wrapped in a cloth of velvet, and he opened it up, and the king picked it up to hold his sparkling diamond to the light. And there, where the scratch had been, was not his flawless diamond, but a flower engraved into the surface of the diamond, intricate and beautiful. Well, at first the king was horrified. What had been done to his beautiful, flawless jewel? It was not the same as when he'd left it. But the longer he looked, the more he realized that his diamond was more beautiful than ever. That something had been lost, but something even greater had been gained. It was truly, truly a beautiful work of art. "Thank you," said the king. "Thank you." And it was a thank you not only for the beauty of that singular gift, but also for the beauty of a new way of looking. As he saw that sometimes what was most beautiful was not perfection, but the thing being what it was. That sometimes the flaws themselves could be things of beauty. And so from that day on, he looked at not only the treasures in his storehouse, but also the people around him with new eyes.